Hey guys, I haven't made a video in I think a week, 2 weeks, something like that. So I just wanted to make a real quick video about something that was on my mind. I'm going to get back to regular posting of videos here pretty soon. I just been transitioning to a new job. I recently lost my job after just shy of 10 years, and the company I was working for just kind of tossed me to the road like a sack of garbage after 10 years, and it's even worse than that. They called me on the phone to let me know. That was unheard of. Nobody had ever had that happen to them before, but that's what they did for me. And then unexpected, so I couldn't say goodbye to all the people that I had worked with for 10 years and stuff. So that kind of sucks, working with people for that long. They became kind of more than just coworkers, and found out the hard way that none of those, haven't heard from any of them, haven't heard from nobody. So that's just one of those things. It's one of those times where, maybe you think more of other people than they did of you, I guess, or something like that. But also, they packed up all the stuff at my desk and mailed it to me. Normally what happens is they walk you out or whatever, and you get your stuff right then and there. But for whatever reason, unknown to me, I was let go over the phone, and my stuff was mailed to me, which is another thing that's never been done before. But it's all good. It's all good. It all worked out for the best. I had been doing security work, I guess you could say, for all of my life. Different types of security work. So I got back into that, and it just fits like an old shoe. But in the course of returning to security after a 10-year hiatus, I wanted to kind of tell you some things that I've experienced flashlight wise. I know a lot of you are not into flashlights, so if you're not into flashlights, you can probably just tune out here and just make it a channel update kind of thing. But I've been into flashlights. I'm a flashlight enthusiast. I'm not a flashlight nerd. The guys that like to build their own flashlights, take them apart, and test lumens and things of that nature, and all that kind of stuff. But I am a professional flashlight user. I've been using flashlights in a professional capacity for many years. So I kind of have some opinions on flashlights and some ideas of what are good flashlights for security work. And if you're interested in that, maybe stick around, and I'll share you some of my thoughts that I've kind of changed. I've changed some of my beliefs and stuff recently because of returning to security, having to use a flashlight in a regular capacity again. But this is one of the flashlights that I've been using that I really liked. This is a Klarus G20L, and I really like this flashlight. I've been using it, on my camping trips and around the house and stuff like that, and I've been carrying it with me, and I liked it until I found out its shortcomings. 3,000 lumens, this thing will turn like a small space into day. Like if it's dark, it'll turn the entire area into daylight. It uses a what is it, a 21, what is it, let me see here, it uses a 26650. Couldn't think of it off the top of my head. It uses a 26650. So it's it's a big honking battery. And the plus side to this flashlight is I can use this flashlight all week and just keep it in my locker and not have to worry about charging it until the weekend, you know, get the weekend to charge it. But I started noticing some shortcomings. You know, it just can't throw light very far. They say 300 meters, but I'm not sure how that's tested, but I don't buy that. I mean, I'm sure it does throw light 300 meters, but it's not usable in any kind of real way, in my personal opinion. So I have a pretty big flashlight collection, you know, so I started looking for a flashlight that kind of worked for me. And, you know, when it comes to carrying a bunch of stuff, you know, you want to get it done as you know, as best you can. And then I started trying this one out. This is the ArmyTek Partner C4. This actually has two 18650s in series. So this is about 2000 lumen, and it does throw light farther in a tighter beam than this does. So I find that this light's pretty useful. It's got a button on the back, and by the way, this one has a button on the back. Total reason I bought this, and this isn't a real button. This is a faux button. This button here has no memory. Every time you click it on, it goes to the lowest setting. So they fooled me with this. You know, normally I wouldn't buy a flashlight that didn't have a tail cap switch, or a real tail cap switch like this one, you know. But I've changed my mind on that, because I found while I was using this flashlight, I spent like $120 of my own money on this flashlight, so I was going to use it. You know, I was bound and determined. But I found that I really like to hold it like this, you know, I like to walk around holding it like this as opposed to like this, you know. So I found that this was comfortable for me to carry around and hold it like this. And this is just more naturally balanced for using the tail cap switch. So I really like this light. So basically, this is the one that won its spot. Like, I carry two flashlights. Everything's redundant, of course, when you're working security and your life depends on your flashlight. What you need to always have is a backup of almost everything. So I carry two of everything. So this right now is what I'm using, is one of my flashlights. And then started doing some research, started trying to figure out what to do. And I picked up this flashlight. And this right here is a, let me get that. It's a Lumintop GT Mini. Oh, that's going to read backwards, or at least it's looking backwards to me, but it's a GT Mini Lumintop. And this has a lot less lumen than this. It has less lumens than this. So lumens are not the end-all be-all, but this light throws light much farther distances. It pierces through tinted glass on vehicles when you're trying to approach a suspect or something that's in a vehicle. This blasts right through the light, and you can see if the vehicle's occupied, or if their hands are visible, or things like that. With this light, I love this light. It doesn't have a tail cap switch, so I ordered another version of this light, or a competitor to this light that does have a tail cap switch. But I have been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I really like it. I don't mind that it doesn't have a tail cap switch. It'd be kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I got basically the competitor to this light. The Convoy C8 Plus is on its way here. It's on a slow boat. I don't know how long it's going to take to get here, but yeah, so that's what I've been working with. I really like this light. So I'm carrying this light, and I carry this light. I use this for indoor work, and I use this for my outdoor work. So, or any time that I need to throw a beam, which is basically anytime I'm outside. This one is kind of basically anytime I'm inside. I mean, it just kind of depends. I can also sometimes, you know, if I'm trying to write some notes or something like that outside, I'll use this instead of this. But the point is I got two different style of flashlights, and this is what I carry on me. And if you're a professional security officer, or police officer. Now, if you're a police officer, maybe you wouldn't buy these kind of, what do you call these? I wouldn't call them like bargain lights. Bargain lights. Like this light is $40. This is a premier flashlight. Like I think if you're a police officer, you wouldn't have any problem carrying this light. This is a premium flashlight. ArmyTek makes top level flashlights. Klarus, is another mid-range flashlight. This is a bargain. This is like $40. This is $100 or so, and this is also $100 or so. Give or take where you find it. So. But if you're a police officer and your life depends on your flashlight, maybe if it were me, I would only buy a Surefire, just something to think about there. But let me know what you guys are thinking about this kind of stuff. I've just been kind of, thinking flashlights lately, and let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.